Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, right? Whenever you're doing this. Can everybody believe it is the week of Christmas? So on Thursday is Christmas Eve. On Friday, it is Christmas. If you are excited, give me a big thumbs up. I know I am. All right, so this week we are going to do 2 read-alouds, okay? One we're gonna do for 2 days, and the other one we will do for 1 day. And they all deal with the most popular man of this time of year. Any guesses? You said Santa, you got it right. So have you ever wondered, how did Santa get his job? Like, I know how I got my job as a teacher, right? I went to school, then I went to college, then I student taught, right? Then I got a job. You know, that's how it worked, right? How did though Santa get his job? Yeah, maybe, right? I'm hearing a lot of predictions. Well, today and tomorrow, so Monday and Tuesday, okay? So you'll listen to this story both days if you're virtual. If you're not virtual, you'll listen to it 1 day here and 1 day in class, how Santa got his job, okay? And while we are reading this story, for both days 1 and 2, we are gonna focus on questioning, okay? So when we are asking questions, we need to ask ourselves, who? Everybody say this with me. Who? Why, where, when, how. Okay, so let's say that one more time. Who, why, where, when, and how. Okay, and in Google Classroom, both days, you're gonna be kind of filling out on Google questions, okay? Who, where, why, where, when, and how. All right, guys, but before we get into Google, let's find out how Santa got his job. All right, all set? Hear you screaming, you bet. And I have to tell you, I love this story. It's so funny. All right. When Santa Claus was a young man, he went out looking for a job. Santa wanted no parts of desks or offices. He liked to stay on the move. Okay, and we kind of see him moving around. So if you have like a desk job or an office job, you kind of normally just sit in a chair all day. You might be typing, right? My husband, Matt, he has an office job and he sits in the chair and types all day. Santa, young Santa, did not like to do that. He wanted to be up and moving. His first job was cleaning chimneys. It's funny. Let's find out a little bit more. Santa was sure-footed on even the heaviest and steepest roofs, and he loved twisting through the tightest spaces. But there was a problem. Santa was so neat that he never got covered in soot or made a mess in the fireplace. So no one believed him when he said he was done. Where's the proof? Some say. You're not even dirty, said others. This tended to lead to a lot of arguments. Okay, so we see Santa, and then we see all the other chimney sweepers, right? The other chimney sweepers are covered in soot. They're dirty, and Santa's super clean. So we know, where does Santa normally come down? Absolutely, chimneys, right? So his first job was a chimney sweeper. Maybe that's where he kind of got into going down chimneys. So Santa worked for the post office next. When everyone could see that he was doing his job, Santa's favorite part was bringing packages to people all over town. Waiting in traffic was frustrating, though. It's silly to waste all this time, he thought. To speed things up, he started making deliveries in the middle of the night. Wait, Santa's delivering presents in the middle of the night. This is all making sense. This seems to be how Santa became Santa. But there was a problem. No one was glad to see him at that hour. The postmaster got so many complaining letters that Santa had to leave. Okay, so Santa was really good at delivering presents, but he didn't like the traffic. He was like, I'll just do this in the middle of the night. And the people were not happy that he showed up at the middle of the night, right? So he got fired. So far he tried to be a chimney sweeper, got fired. Tried to be a mailman or mail delivery person, got fired. So since Santa had discovered he enjoyed staying up late, he tried cooking at an all-night diner. Those are the restaurants that stay open all night, okay? It felt good to fill orders for customers. Sometimes Santa even surprised people with extra helpings. Oh, I couldn't eat another bite, many of them insisted. Well, maybe just one. But there was a problem. Every night, Santa tasted and sampled and tasted some more before he brought anything out of the kitchen. And he gained a lot of weight. Oh, so that's how Santa gained all his weight. He started cooking at a diner and he was eating all the extra food. So hoping to get some exercise, Santa found a spot at the zoo. He was very organized about the animals. I know when they're sleeping, said Santa, and I know when they're awake. Over time, he learned whether they were behaving themselves or not. But there was a problem. Santa became close friends with the reindeer, and the other animals got jealous. Sadly, the zookeeper had to let him go. Okay, so let's review a little bit. So Santa, chimney sweep, right? He stayed clean. Got fired. Mailman. Was really good at it, but people didn't like him coming at night. So then he became a chef. He ate all the food, he got fat, right? And then he came to the zoo where all the other animals got jealous because he became just friends with the reindeer. By now, Santa was starting to get discouraged. He didn't even notice what the reindeer were doing behind him. What are the reindeer doing? Are they jumping? They're following Santa. They worked hard to cheer him up. Okay, so he got fired from the zoo, but who came with him? His friends, the reindeer. Yep. Well, together they joined the circus. Soon the reindeer were shooting Santa out of a cannon 3 times a night. Santa liked flying through the air and wearing his new costume. He was a big success. What's his costume look like? It's red and with the black boots like Santa. But there was a problem. The ringmaster wanted to build up the suspense. You need to look frightened, he told Santa. We want the crowd to worry about you. But Santa was having too much fun for that. Ho, 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 he always cried as he flew through the air, so the crowd wasn't worried at all. Okay, so we know Santa likes to fly, right? So the ringmaster was like, you need to pretend you're scared, and Santa was just having fun going, ho, 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 right? All right, let's see what happens. The angry ringmaster soon fired Santa and the reindeer. As they gathered their things, some elves were looking for autographs. When they heard the news, they invited Santa and their reindeer home for supper. Okay, supper's like a dinner. The elves lived way out of town. They were toy makers, and their house was their workshop. Where do you think they went? Where did the elves live, guys? Santa was amazed. Children must love these toys, he said. The elves looked embarrassed. They only made toys for their own pleasure. Selling them was way too much trouble. What if you give them away? Santa asked. The elves hadn't thought of that. I could deliver them for you, Santa offered. There were enough toys here for all the children all over the world. The elves smiled and hired him on the spot. Okay, so again, he was a chimney sweeper. Got too clean, right? Got too clean, stayed too clean, Mrs. Dietrich, right? Stayed too clean. Mailman, liked to deliver presents at night. The people were like, nope, not for me, right? You better not be coming to my house, Santa, at 12 o'clock at night delivering my packages. Then became a cook, got too fat, right? Went to the zoo, became just good friends with the reindeer, didn't care about the other animals so much. Joined the circus, had too much fun flying in the air, and now was hired by the elves to deliver presents to the kids all over the world. I wonder, because remember, we're talking about asking questions during this story. Is this how Santa got his job, guys? Mm-mm. The elves made Santa a special sack that was always big enough, no matter how many toys were put in it. Then they built him a sleigh. The polar bears offered to pull it. They were very strong and whipped Santa across the snow, but there was a problem. And I love this picture. See how they're kind of whipping Santa across. What do you think about the polar bears pulling the sled? Thumbs up or thumbs down? It was the biggest one yet. Uh-oh. They came to water. Well, we know sleighs are boats. So who do we need to pull the sleigh? So the polar bears sunk, they went in the water. Polar bears don't fly. What animal flies? To Santa's surprise, this problem could be solved. Santa and the reindeer practiced together every day. They made few mistakes at first, but soon they learned to work as a team. In the darkest part of winter, when people need their spirits lifted the most, Santa got ready to go. As the elves said goodbye, they gave Santa an emergency kit. It held a compass, ski goggles, cough drops, and other things. Santa thanked them very much. All his jobs had taught him it was good to be prepared. That night, Santa and his reindeer took off. The first night was a little hard because Santa was still learning about shortcuts and high winds, but at last he got the hang of it. And ever since then, the elves have made toys all year, and Santa has given them away all in one night. He loves his job as much as ever. He's gotten pretty good at it over the years. He always keeps his emergency kit close by. You see Santa eating cookies, right? Because no job is perfect. All right, guys. So again, in Google Classroom, okay, depending on what day it is, if it's Monday or Tuesday, you are going to be saying to yourself, hey, who was the main character in this story, right? Okay. What was happening? Where were they? When did these things happen, right? Why did these things happen and how? On Monday, you're going to kind of come up with your own questions, right? Like, why did Santa get fired as a chimney sweeper, right? Or how did becoming a chimney sweeper help Santa become Santa? Santa goes down, right? Santa goes down chimneys. And on Tuesday, you're going to be answering some already preset questions. All right, guys, good luck the next 2 days. If you need help, let me know. I love this story. It is so funny how Santa got his job, how all of his little jobs kind of added up to make him the best man in town, right? And I will see you for the next one, which is even funnier. Bye, guys.